So, the projections, the box office projections for Jurassic World Rebirth are out. The 5-day opener is looking okay. You know, $150 million is great, but it is 5 days. So, that's not incredible. That's the low end of the range. The high end of the range is $135 million. But still, it is 5 days. So, yeah, I don't know quite what I think about this. Initially, I saw this. I just saw the number and was like, wow, yeah, not bad. Not bad. I'm surprised because it's another Jurassic World film. Is there an interest there? And obviously, there is. But now it's 5 days. It's not that great. It's pretty good, but it's not that great. So, I thought we'd dive into this today. Please do hit subscribe, turn those bell notifications on. And, yeah, let's just dive into it, shall we? So, this is on Deadline. Deadline do good projection articles. I do like their articles on the projection. And I just thought we would take a look at it, basically. So, we've got 3 weekend tracking released. And it basically says Universal's reboot of Jurassic World Rebirth. Of Jurassic World Rebirth. Is shaping up for $115 to $135 million for 5 days. So that's not a weekend opener. You know, that's not a weekend opener. That's effectively a whole week, isn't it? Let's be honest. And I always hate the fact that they keep changing this now. Many movies have done this where they're like, oh, well, it's a 4-day opener. And, oh, well, it's a 5-day. And, oh, it's a week. And you're like, for God's sake. So, 135 million... I guess for argument's sake, is it good? I mean, it's still kind of good, you know? But you would want that over 3 days, let's be honest. 3 days would be decent for that. They would have spent a lot of money on this movie. So, this is the second Jurassic movie to open on a Wednesday. And in Universal's history, after 2001's Jurassic Park 3, which did $85 million over its first Wednesday to Sunday. Why is it opening on Wednesday? Is that literally just so it can have a big opener? It's a really weird thing to do. Is there much interest in movies on a Wednesday? I mean, maybe there is. It is odd. So Jurassic World Rebirth is hot across the board with men and women in unaided and first choice in the latter. Men under 25 are a bit stronger, followed by women under 25. Numbers are slightly behind that of 2022's Jurassic World Dominion, which opened to 145 million. So I guess 135 is pretty accurate, I guess. That's pretty close. And they say, note, it's still early in the campaign. Yeah, just get Scarlett Johansson with her Johanssons out, and then everyone would want to go. Raging misogyny here. There's no denying that Rebirth could be massive, which is true. It could be. I am surprised, in fairness. It's one of those things that you just think to yourself, have people had enough? I myself actually quite like the trailers to this. I myself am actually quite looking forward to this. But I do wonder, you know, have people had enough? In the world of TikTok and all this kind of stuff, little kiddies. Not that they should be using TikTok. That's pure brain rot. But still, you know, are dinosaurs still exciting? And I guess they still do. They are still exciting to some people. But yeah, Dominion, which was shot during COVID, had $376.8 million domestic and $1 billion worldwide, which is mad. That is mad to me. That is absolutely mad to me. Dominion was dog shit as well. That was a terrible movie. $1 billion worldwide. Why do these movies make so much money? When objectively, a lot of them are terrible. Hopefully this one's going to be good. The unique thing about this movie, which actually they say here, it's the return of writer David Cope, who, you know, wrote the first movie. You know, he adapted the original movie, the original novel for Jurassic Park. Godzilla and Rogue One director Gareth Edwards helms the pick, which I think is actually another really good thing for it. Gareth Edwards proved himself with the likes of Godzilla, for instance, and Rogue One as well, actually, that he understands and can get scale right, unlike most directors. the sense of scale, the sense of sort of how gigantic things can be by comparison to a human, he really nailed with the original Godzilla. That first film in the MonsterVerse, I think, has such a great sense of scale. And then also, again, like I said, Rogue One, I think, actually had a really good sense of scale as well. You know, when there's on the sort of sand, watery dunes and the big AT-ATs were walking past and things, you really felt that sense of size of these mechanical things. And the story itself, I mean, it's not a bad story. 5 years after Jurassic World Dominion, there's an expedition to go and basically get dinosaur DNA from 3 massive prehistoric creatures for medicine. It's not a bad story. It's low key, isn't it? It's not. They're not trying to keep upping the ante. They're just like, well, look, you know, we're on a mission to go get some DNA. There you go. And then they do throw in, of course, a new mutated dinosaur for good measure, the Distortus Rex, which is a dumbass name, but still, it's a pretty cool story overall. Low key. And this is mad to me anyway. Jurassic World as a franchise has minted $6 billion for Universal across 6 movies. That's mad. And among other monies from merchandising, etc. That's crazy. And Jurassic World Rebirth is opening in the wake of Universal Blumhouse's Megan 2.0 and Apple Original Films Warner Brothers F1, which are both eyeing 30 million plus starts at the box office when they open June 27th. So there you go. Effectively, the projections are solid, but it is for 5 days, which is always frustrating to me. So it'll be interesting to see where this falls. But in terms of budget-wise, it is said to have only been made for about $180 million. Which is not staggeringly high. You know, that's not absolutely massive. It's a lot, but it's not absolutely massive. So I think to myself, you know, 135 million if it does that. I mean, this will make money. You know, and they all have a track record of going close to $1 billion or over $1 billion or $1 billion. And arguably, those are some of the most terrible films that manage to do that. And I do wonder, you know, without Chris Pratt as a lead, can Scarlett Johansson wrangle people to the theatres? Again, I think so. Arguably, she's still quite attractive. I think she can be a good actor. I think she's unfortunately been, I don't know, bogged down with the MCU lately. And maybe this film will remind everyone that she can be a blockbuster movie star. We'll see. We'll see. But there you go. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.